So this morning we are talking with a very special guest, Darren Wilkins, the principal of Mount Ellis Academy here in Bozeman. And it's for a really good reason. I love challenges, and I know that most listeners do too. Mount Ellis Academy is in the running for a very significant grant for their school. So first things first, Darren, I'm glad you're here. Welcome to the Moose Studio.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so let's back up a little bit. For folks who are not aware of Mount Ellis Academy, let's talk a little bit about it. People have heard the name, I'm sure, in town, but it's been around for ages. So tell me a little bit about Mount Ellis.
Yeah, Mount Ellis is a private Christian high school. It's a school that has boarding facilities. About 60% of our students come from the local area, 40% come from around Montana and really around the world. Last year we had a student from Pakistan as well as a student from China. This year we'll have representatives from Italy, Germany, China, and Gaza.
Wow.
So we draw from around the world, but we're very much a local school. We've been part of this community since 1902.
1902.
1902.
And where exactly is Mount Ellis located?
Mount Ellis is, as you drive on the freeway toward Billings, just as you get to the Bear Canyon exit on the east side of town, you'll see us on the right-hand side.
Very good. So what age students do you serve?
We're a high school, so we serve grades 9 through 12.
And you are the principal?
I'm the principal.
How many students do you have?
Well, from year to year, we usually live between 75 and 85 students in the high school.
Excellent. So Mount Ellis has been around in this valley for ages. So you guys have sort of gotten into this Facebook Coles Cares campaign. Tell me a little bit about Coles Cares. What are we dealing with here?
Yeah, well, I feel a little bit strange about even talking about this because I spend a certain percentage of my life telling kids not to waste their lives on Facebook.
But you know, some things merit attention.
Yes, we have a fundraising department in our school, and our development director Kevin Emerson arrived at my doorstep last Friday night, breathless. He could hardly talk, and managed to spill out that he thought we had a decent chance at winning a $500,000 grant.
Wow.
Through a program called Coles Cares, which is happening on Facebook right now, and it's basically a place where people can go on and vote for your school. You have to have a project that you've chosen. It can be a capital improvement project or a project involved in student learning and curriculum and things like that. But he explained it to me and said all we have to do is get people to vote for us on Facebook. You put your project on there, and well, long story short, we've done almost nothing but promote this on Facebook for the last 3 days.
Now let's back up just one more step. So this is a $500,000 grant that you're vying for.
$500,000.
That's a chunk of change. But we also know that basic infrastructure projects are super expensive. So
yes.
A school that has so much history like Mount Ellis, it's been around for a long time. That means a lot of the infrastructure has been there for a long time. So if you do win this money, what are you going to spend it on?
Well, obviously we're there to serve kids, and I really believe in this school. I'm an alumnus of the school, and it made a tremendous difference in my life, and it's just a phenomenal place for kids. We focus on outdoor adventure learning, so we do a lot of adventure type stuff. This last year we spent a week of school paddling 50 miles of the upper Missouri River through the White Cliffs, doing a Lewis and Clark unit, camping at their campsites every night, using their journals as a backbone for the curriculum. So we're all about learning and kids. But in order to make that happen, you're right, there's an infrastructure that has to be in place, and we have been there for over 100 years, and our infrastructure is showing its age, and our water and sewer systems are reaching a point where it won't be long and we could be at a crisis point, and they have to be rebuilt. That's a project. The first phase, the first major phase of it, is going to be about $600,000. And so when this opportunity came along for a $500,000 grant, we got enthused, and so we just started promoting it on Facebook, and it took off for us in 3 days. Well, let me say this: the contest on Facebook has been going since the beginning of July, and so a lot of schools have had a big head start on us. But we started promoting this. We spent 3 days just pushing it as hard as we could with all of our former students and alumni, and our people go all over the world. We have a student in Pakistan, a student in Germany, a student in Italy. We've got people all over, and we started pushing it, and it gained momentum in only 3 days. We're already in the top 100 schools in the country, having gotten a late start, having spent only 3 days on this. We're in the top 100. We're at 75 right now. We just have to be in the top 20
to get a grant.
To get the grant. Top 20 schools get the grant. We've been climbing the ladder quickly, and we're looking for ways to add more energy to this and give it a jump. We're the only school in Montana that's in the top 100, and we're the only one that I can tell is actively pursuing this. So we don't seem to be competing with other local schools, and so we're just asking that the Bozeman area get behind us and help us get this.
Absolutely. So on Facebook, and I know that you are, all you have to do is search for Kohl's, Kohl''S. And that will take you to the Kohl's, the department store, Kohl's page. And then there's a tab there called Kohl's Cares. That's the program that is going to be supplying these $500,000 grants to the top 20 schools that get the most votes. So Mount Ellis Academy is in a serious contention for one of these grants, which I think is fantastic. And the thing is it's not sexy, it's not anything, it's basic infrastructure, and but I kind of like that. It's sewer and water system. You need it to exist. You're not going to spend the money on crazy, fluffy ponies and dreams. You got to have a sewer and water system. That stuff is expensive, man. So $500,000 would put a real dent in that bill for you guys.
Yeah. And when you get onto that Kohl's Cares page, there's a tab there that says Top Schools. If you click on Top Schools, we're in the top 100, and so all you have to do is scroll down, find us, click on Mount Ellis Academy, and then once you're in there, every Facebook member gets 20 votes. You can spend 5 votes on a given school. So make sure that you vote for us 5 times, and then after you do that, you can click Share. And this is really important for us. If you click Share, you can type a little message to all your Facebook friends and say, look, this is a local school in our area. We want to get behind it and help, and encourage people to go on and vote, and encourage your friends to encourage their friends to go on and vote, and it can grow quickly.
I get it.
Right now, we are about 3,000 votes out of the top 20. 3,000 votes with people voting 5 times is about 600 people.
Right.
So we need 600 people right now to get us into the top 20, and then obviously keep pushing. The contest goes through September 3.
Okay.
So we have until then to keep pushing. We have lots of time to close that gap, but we've got to keep making this grow. And we're doing this not just here locally, but all over the world. We're finding pockets, people who we know that are opening up new networks, but we'd love to see Bozeman get behind this.
I love it. $500,000 is up for grabs, and Mount Ellis Academy right here in Bozeman could really put one of those grants to good use. We're talking about basic infrastructure that they really need to have done, which costs, well, just about $500,000. So Kohl's is where you want to go. Online at Facebook, just search Kohl's, Kohl''S. Then on the Kohl's page, there's a tab that says Kohl's Cares. And as Darren said, once you do that, you can click on Top Schools. And Mount Ellis Academy is already one of the top schools, but not quite top enough, because the top 20 get the $500,000 grant. So I think it'd be pretty cool to have one of our local schools score $500,000. Darren, it's been really nice to talk to you. We might have to talk to you again before this contest is up, but I'm wishing you the very best of luck, and I'm going to go do it right now for Mount Ellis Academy. So,
well, thank you.
Best of luck.
Thanks for having us. And so all of Michelle's friends, make sure to go on there, and if you see it on her website, you can just click the link, and it'll take you right there. And then encourage your friends to vote as well.
Excellent. Mount Ellis Academy in Bozeman. They are online at Facebook, but I would love for you to go to the Kohl's page, Kohl''S, and then click Kohl's Cares and vote for one of our local schools, Mount Ellis Academy. Darren, it's been a real pleasure to have you, my friend. 95.1 KMMS FM in Bozeman. Well done.